Hey guys, what's up? In this video we're going to take a look inside Revell's 1 semi-second scale Tornado, the Luftwaffe Tigermeet scheme, 2018. So here it is. This is the, as I mentioned earlier, it's the Tornado Tigermeet 2018 by Revell. And it is 1 semi-second scale, and according to the box here, it's 24.3 centimeters long and 20 centimeters wide. Kit number 03880. So around the box here, this beautiful kind of box art. This is what caught me to this, drew me to this kit, was this beautiful tiger markings. That's the back of the box. Okay, so let's go ahead and open her up. Now I made a few of these Revell semi-second scale Tornado kits, mostly GR1. It's basically the same kind of kit. Been around a while, but actually builds to a really nice model. So we've got basically one big bag of parts, which we'll look at in a minute. The instructions, nice big decal sheet. So Contis is level 4, if that means anything. I'm not really sure how to come up with these numbers, but anyway, the usual stuff. The interesting way they do the colours. I can hold this up a little bit so you can see it. Lots of mixes and stuff. So as you can see, there's a few parts blanked out here. That's because this, like I said, this kit is used for different variants. The IDS, the GR, and the EDS, I think it is. So a few different variants that black out. Not all these parts you're going to use, but there's a few sprues on that one and a couple more on the other side. So starting right here, it looks like we start with the seat. Seats, there's 2 seats in this. These are pretty basic, these seats. In the past I've used resin ones, they're pretty easy to find. The Martin Baker Mark 10A is what they are. And there's the cockpit. It looks like you have decals for the instruments, which is nice. In semi-second scale, I always go like when you have the decals. It makes it a little bit easier. Hand painting semi-second scale is really tough, so it's kind of nice. One thing too is one of these are built before the GR version. I've used a resin cockpit, and that's not really worth it, I don't think, because it's so small you don't really see any of it. So I think what you get in the kit is adequate with a couple of resin seats, probably. It's my recommendation. Goes together like all these Revell Tornadoes pretty much, so you see how you build a tub. Nice clear instructions too, and it attaches to the front nose wheel bay. Got some holes to drill. Then you're sandwiching that kind of assembly inside the 2 front fuselage parts. Then the wings. When it comes to wings, these are flaps up. If you want kind of upgrade it, do flaps down. Airwaves do a resin set. It's for Hasegawa kit, but you just need to drill the holes in a slightly different place, and it does fit perfectly well. I've used the Airwaves kit, and Airwaves wings, they look pretty good. And wing seals. And again, this is a simple Tornado. This is how they all go together pretty much. The wings go in. When I build these, I often, to be honest with you, glue these in place. I don't need them flap around. Or what I've done sometimes in the past, I just cut this and paint them separately. In the end, just glue them in. Nose, adding 10 grams of nose weight. I'm working on the nozzles, tail. Intakes. B brakes, you can have them open or closed. Then landing gear. The gear on this is pretty plain. If you do, again, I'm talking about extras. If you do want to upgrade this, in the past I've used the resin wheel bay set, landing gear bay, and it just fits perfectly, drop fit. But at the same time, you don't really see it. Semi-second scale, and it's below the aircraft, so it's something you're not really going to see, to be honest with you. For the nose. The doors here and nose bay, if you want them, it's in closed position. If you want them open, you just need to cut down the center line right here. Okay, moving along in the wheels, and then some tenners, then a couple of pods, canopy, fueling probe. There's quite a lot going on here, but it's nicely spread out, so it seems like a lot, but really it's only 1 or 2 parts per section. Working on the pylons, harm missiles, sidewinders, fuel tanks, weapons. And here's this beautiful scheme. There it is. So that's the 2018 Tigermeet, the Luftwaffe. Looks really nice. And there's the. Okay, it looks like, just look at the underside, looks like you have kind of white tiger, and on the upper side it has like the yellow kind of tiger print. Tons of stencils. And then the decals and colouring for the weapons. And that is it. So I mean, that looks really nice. So let's work on right here. Let's look at the decals. These are really nice too. Printed. It says printed in Italy, so it doesn't say calligraph, so I'm presuming it's the Revell zone. But look how the color's really vibrant. You can see that. There's a little bit of carrier film around it all and stuff, but I mean the colors are really, really nice. Yeah, very happy with that. It makes it a little bit easier too with painting. So you're just going to paint the whole aircraft grey, when you get these all yellow. You don't paint it yellow; it all comes in the swatches of the yellowy orange. Kind of comes in with the tiger prints. The instruments panels, pretty basic, but in this scale, I think they work. Then all these stencils. This is super close, but I think we'll probably just about read them. And with every Tornado, you always get these lines, the walkway lines. Always a challenge to do. And there you go. So really, really nice decals. Now this kit I bought for $18 US dollars, and just so I think it's a great deal. It's a 72nd scale kit. I mean, just look at those decals alone. Excuse me. Looks good. So let's look at the plastic. Oh, a few pieces broken off. That's the problem, having it all in one bag. So just in order that they're in the bag. So here's the instrument panels. The rear instrument panel. And the front. The canopy. It's with a deck cord down it. I'm not going to take it. It's so well packed in here. I don't want to unpack it, but it looks okay. It's really hard to tell, to be honest with you. Let me open it and see. So it's really hard to tell if it's frosty or not because of the plastic wrapped around it. There we go. Okay, so I mean it's okay for 72nd scale. It's not the most shiniest or clearest, but it's satisfactory, I'd say. Okay, here's a few parts. It looks like these are the horizontal stabilizers. Really nice detail. You see that rivet detail on there. Intakes, again, really nice detail. Catch that in the light. And I think this is the lower part of the wings. There is a little bit of flash here and there, which is typical for Revell. Can't see the flash. It's not a big deal, just it comes right off the finger, and just a quick swipe of the sanding stick, clean all that off. Some of these other parts are really clean. Again, on the top of the intake here, some flash. These are the fuel tanks and weapons. Pylons. Again, really nicely detailed. You can kind of see that in the light. Okay, then the front part of the fuselage. Wings. Can you see that detail again? Semi-second scale. Wheels come in one part, which is nice, and not two parts. The nozzles, and it's the big tail, which is very symbolic of the tornado. Again, see all that rivet detail on there. Lots of flash here on the actual sprue runner. The actual parts themselves actually look pretty clean. It's a bit hanging off here and he's pulled off, but overall the wings and stuff look pretty crisp. Okay, and then finally the main fuselage, well, the rear fuselage section. Again, really nice detail. You see all that, the power lines and stuff? With a quick wash, that's really going to show up all that detail. And there you go again, the underside. Working around the gear. Then there's some more instrument panels. So I'm guessing because of different versions, just check your instructions, make sure you're using the right ones. So there's a couple more there. And again, like I mentioned earlier, once you put the decals on and use some setting solutions, all bed around the raised detail, and they actually look pretty good. Tons of flash on this part. You just can't see that. The gears look okay. Not much flash on those. And then here's a cockpit tub. Again, pretty sensible, pretty good standard for semi-second scale. With the foot pedals, rotor pedals molded in. And that's about it. So, these are just a couple of parts. This is wheel well, broke off. So there you go, that's the Revell Tornado Tigermeet 2018. Looks a really nice kit. Again, you're not a little bit of flash, but you're only paying $18 for this, less than 20 bucks for a kit. Looks really nice. Yeah, those markings, as I mentioned several times, are pretty stunning with the tiger markings. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Just a quick review. Again, this is Richie from RW Hobbies, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you and goodbye.